All right, let's get started with our warm-up. So we're gonna start by getting our feet grounded, good strong pressure through our heels, outside edges of our feet, big toe knuckles. Wanna get our hips and our core connected. So remember thinking about keeping our belly button in our butthole, which is kind of funny to say, but keeping those 2 points connected, hips and core, shoulder blades down and back, nice wide chest, tall spine. This is the posture that we wanna move around. So we're gonna start with some neck circles. So we're gonna start by lacing the fingers behind our back, and we're going to lock our elbows out. And we're gonna start by pointing our nose down at the ground. Now we're gonna think about drawing a big circle with our nose. As big a circle as we can. Nice and easy. We wanna use about, 20, 30% of your strength. Wanna work around pain, not push through it. Check back in on your posture. All right, now we're gonna go the other way. So again, think about drawing a big circle with your nose. Keeping good, strong feet, hips and core connected, shoulder blades down and back, making that circle with the head. All right, now we're gonna go down to the wrists. We're gonna do some wrist circles. So we're gonna start with the palm facing the floor. And now we're gonna rotate the hand around so that the palm's facing the ceiling with the fingers facing in. And then we're gonna rotate it to the back and then back to the palm facing down. So fingers rotate to the front and palm up and then palm down. Palm up, palm down, palm up, palm down. Trying to smooth out the edges, making it a nice smooth circle. All right, now we're gonna go the other way. Again, palm up and palm down. Circling the wrists, working that range of motion that you can actively control, which is really important for injury prevention. All right, let's do the other side. So start with the palm facing down, fingers come forward, palm faces up, fingers come back, palm faces down. Working that circle. Again, you'll probably find that one wrist is a little easier to do this with. Range of motion is a little easier for you to control. I definitely have a little more trouble with this left wrist where I've got a surgically repaired thumb tendon, but that's a story for another time. All right, let's go the other way. Nice big circles with the wrist there. Palm up. Palm down. Couple more. All right, excellent. Okay, now we're gonna go into the elbows. So we got our elbow circles. Start with the palms facing the ceiling, arms parallel with the ground. Try and keep the elbows and upper arm parallel with the ground. As you come in, punch underneath your armpit, come back to the palms facing up. Getting the full range of motion with the elbows. Getting some shoulder rotation in there as well. Couple more. All right, now let's go the other way. So we're gonna reverse punch ourselves in the armpits and then come out. Again, trying to keep the elbows up, trying to keep the shoulders from rolling up as you're doing this. It may be tough to do, but it's the intention that we're looking for. All right, excellent. So now we're gonna do some shoulder circles. So I want you to start by pinching your shoulder blades down and back. Then you're gonna bring them up. You're gonna flare the shoulder blades out and down and around. Now you notice I said shoulder circles and then I just told you to focus on your shoulder blades. And that's the idea. We wanna be able to move our shoulders, get those shoulder blades mobilized. And that's what helps mobilize the shoulders. All right, so now let's go the other way. So from the bottom, we're gonna flare shoulder blades forward, then pull them up, and then back, and then down, forward, up, back, and down. Again, it's not as easy as it sounds. Check in on all those points, right? Your feet. Make sure those hips and core staying connected. Nice tall spine. All right. So now we're gonna do a little T-spine action. We're gonna work on moving our T-spine forward and back. So keep the belly button and the butthole, the hips and the core connected. While you do this, you do not want the ribs flaring while we do this. So we're gonna push the chest forward, and then we're gonna cave the chest back, and then push it forward, and then cave it back. There we go. Keeping the hips and core connected, trying to keep the shoulders still as well. I don't want to be pushing the shoulders forward and pulling the shoulders back. I want to feel like my shoulders are staying in the same place, and I'm really focusing on my chest right here, this upper chest, creating the movement. All right, excellent. Now we're going to go side to side. These are called sidewall reaches. Put your arms parallel with the ground, keep your arms parallel with the ground, and you're going to reach for one wall, and then you're going to reach for the other wall. And keep those arms parallel with the ground while you're doing it. Nice, couple more. All right, so now we're gonna go into our pelvic tilts. So imagine your pelvis is a bowl of water, and we're gonna spill that bowl of water forward, and then we're gonna tilt it back, and then spill it forward, and then tilt it back. Spill it forward, tilt it back. Trying to keep the knees as still as possible. We want them soft, but we're not using them to drive the movement. Make sure you're staying balanced on your feet. Good tall spine while you're doing this, keeping the shoulders tucked down and back. Excellent. Okay, now we're gonna do some single leg lateral pelvic tilts. So you're gonna stand on one foot, keep good strong pressure through your foot. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this hip relax, and your hip's gonna kick out to the side. And now driving through your strong foot, you're gonna engage this hip and get nice and tall. And then let the hip relax, you're gonna shrink a little bit. And then get nice and tall. And the hip shrink a little bit, and then you get nice and tall. Shrink, get nice and tall. Let those hips kick out. Trying to stay balanced on your foot while you're doing it. Excellent, let's switch sides. So again, strong pressure through your foot. You're gonna relax this hip, let this hip kick out, making sure you're keeping that pressure through your foot, and then you're gonna drive the hip back underneath you. So kicking the hip out, and then back under. Kicking it out, and then back under. And trying to keep that pressure on your foot. Don't let your weight just shift out as your hip kicks out. You wanna try and keep that even weight and pressure through your foot while we're doing this. All right, so now we're gonna go into our down dog ankle stretch. So you're gonna get down in your down dog position. And from here, we're gonna bring one foot into the center. We're gonna wrap the other foot around. We're gonna get up tall on our toe. We're gonna come down. We're gonna smash our heel into the ground like we're trying to squish an ant. Come back up, come back down, press your heel down. Up, back down and press. 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 One more. Up, back down and press. All right, let's switch sides. Here we go. Up, back down and press. 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 All right, excellent. So a couple more here. We got a three-way twist. So if it's the first time doing this, watch me how I do this. We're gonna start with our feet shoulder width apart. We're gonna put our arms out to the side like this. So I got 90-degree angle at the armpits here and at the elbows. And I'm gonna do my twist. So lead with my eyes, turn my head, and then turn around behind me. I'm gonna do 5 of these. 3, 4, 5. Now I'm gonna relax my arms. I'm gonna do my full body twist. Slapping the chest and the kidneys as I come around. All right, now the last one. As I come around, I'm gonna rotate on one leg. So as I turn, that opposite leg is gonna turn in that way. So we're working on a little internal rotation of the hip as we're doing this. A couple more. All right, excellent. So last one we're gonna do is our naked windmill. We're gonna get our feet set in this staggered position here, almost like we're on our pedals on our bike. We're gonna kick our weight over to this leg here. I'm gonna have my hands in this on guard position. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna point this shoulder down to the ground. As I reach this hand to the ground, I want this elbow inside of this knee, and I'm looking for space between my fingertips here, getting nice and long. And then I drive through this back foot to bring my hips back underneath me. And this is how we're gonna do it. Bring it down and back up. Bring it down and back up. Down and back up. One more. Down and back up. All right, so we're gonna switch sides. So same thing, same on guard position, shift my weight to the back leg, opposite shoulder goes to the ground. I'm looking for length between the fingers, keeping that pressure on that back foot. Very important that pressure stays on that back foot. I do not want to feel my pressure shift to the front as I do this. Drive through the back foot, couple more here. Coming down and back up. One more, here we go. Down and back up. So there you go, that does it for the warm up. You're ready for your workout.